Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to another YouTube video where I am trying to get my voice to sound normal, and it is not working. And today, we are continuing our adventures in the wonderful world of Satisfactory, where, hey, actually, I think that kind of helped. I do think I sound a little bit more normal. We're gonna be stockpiling up some of these bad boys so we can go upgrade a conveyor belt and hopefully speed up the production of steel, because coal is important. There's faster ways of getting coal over here. Maybe at some point we will be in a position where we have access to some of those faster ways, but as of right now, like getting to right about here, you see that lineup of coal there? See how it kind of backs all the way up? We don't have that here. Starting at this point, we don't have enough coal. We need to speed up coal. We're going to do that using conveyor belts, because currently that is how things are done. We are currently conveying coal over here with conveyor belts. There are faster methods, but for now, words. Why am I struggling so much with this? Let's open up our menu here, and let's go to logistics, and we're going to throw conveyor belt 4 onto 1, and we can start upgrading segments of the track here to speed them up pretty substantially. And as you can tell, my gosh, look how fast that coal is moving. But there's gaps. There's gaps in the conveyance of the coal. And the reason there's gaps in the conveyance of the coal is because we're going from tier 3 to tier 4 at some point up here. So we got to actually make our way all the way from the very beginning of this particular conveyor belt. And we got to upgrade it all one segment at a time. And then sort of as we do that, we will run out of the encased industrial beams as we go. I don't know if we have enough to make it. I think it's like 1 per segment. I'd like to believe that we will have enough, but if we don't panic, because what I can do is I can go make some more, or I can wait for some more to be made, and then you don't have to watch that. I can skip that. I can cut that part out, like I should be cutting this part out. Look at that gap there, though. Look where it like hits that, and then it like takes off. I can't wait to stand on this conveyor belt and have it convey me back to my vehicle. I feel like we're really going to fly. Also, it looks like we're doing pretty well. We might actually have enough here to make it all the way back. We're nearly at a point where the one thing we really need to do is increase the rate of coal collection, because we've only got one thing collecting coal. We've only got one coal node over here, and that might be the limiting factor in our production. And currently that coal is being used also for power. We might need to discontinue the coal power plant. We might be at a point now where we can logically do that. Hold on, what the heck is going on here? Oh, look at this. Oh, grab all of that. Neato. Nifty torpedo. This is cutting through here, and I dislike that. I dislike seeing that, but look at this. Booyah. We've done it. The entire line has been upgraded now. Look at that fabulous flow. Look at that fabulous flow rate. I don't know if you've noticed, though, that we do have a bit of a pickle on that. There's still some gaps. And I think that it's come down to how quickly we can collect them. Yeah, it's just as quickly as they're collected, they're spat out there. And what I'd like to do is find another coal node, but I don't know. I don't think there's any nearby, or we probably would have already been using it. So we got this coal node here, obviously. And then the next nearest coal node is very far away. It hasn't even pinged yet. There we go. There's one. Yeah. Shrek me, 870 some odd meters away. I'm gonna say no. There goes another one, 1,600 meters away. 800 meters away. Jeez, that's so far away from here. It looks like it's kind of near the a truck station, though. We do have a truck station over there. We might need to go across our great big bridge and consider tapping into that coal reserve as well. And maybe moving coal power over there if we want to continue. I don't know if we want to continue with coal power. I just don't think we need it, because we're doing so well with oil now, with oil power. And we can just step up oil power if we wanted to. Are these coal power plants, are they still overclocked? I think I might have some of them overclocked. Let me check. Yeah, they are. But if we look at our capacity versus production and consumption, I don't think these need to be overclocked. I mean, maybe this is a bit of a risky move, but I'm going to say that I'm going to just pull all these overclocks out, and that'll reduce the rate at which they consume coal, meaning less coal going over here, which is already not a big deal. Only 2 of those was overclocked also. Oh. Oh dear. Oh? Oh, okay, well. Alright. I guess we're fine. I guess we'll keep going. Do I need to, like, maybe save or something? Anyway, what is this? What? Is this just a truck station here? This isn't being used for anything. There's nothing out here hauling all. There's no truck coming, but what? Get rid of this. This isn't needed anymore. Arguably hasn't been needed in a very long time. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. It's not necessary. Not necessary at all. I don't know if we need this here anymore. I'm feeling in, like, the mood to delete a lot of things. We also don't need this anymore because we're not doing steel at that facility. So I can come back here and I can start collecting that up and getting rid of that. But it hasn't really helped our cause all that much, honestly. I think we just need to increase the collection of steel, which we're going to do by taking those 2 upgrades that we took out earlier from the coal power plant. We're going to drop those in here. We're going to boost this thing up. In fact, we're at 480 per minute right now, which I think is actually maxing out the conveyor belt. What is the conveyor belt tier? Yeah, it goes up to 480. I mean, we could put another one in there, I guess, if we wanted to, but let's go ahead and follow the line. Actually, this is just going to, now that I think about it, end in disaster. It's going to, like, throw us into this ramp here that I need to delete and get rid of. Here we go. It's so fast it nearly flings you off the edge. I want to get up ahead to where, like, Whoa! Woo! Woo! Woo, boy. Oh, that was freaky, wasn't it? So this is not a good way to travel unless you're going in, like, a straight line. Oh, you can walk, too, I guess. Oh, so check this out. We are now ahead of where we put in the speed upgrade. You see that gap in between? Get ready to watch that gap disappear, baby. Look at that. So we're now bringing in substantially more coal. And you know what? I bet we can upgrade these lines in between. It's not reasonable to do it between every single one of these, because it's not going to benefit us between every single one of these, but at least to, like, right here. Yeah, that's good. And then we can have it slow down. And look at that. Look at that. So now we now have, like, a steady flow going. We got a steady flow going out over here. Got a steady flow going into here. That's good to see. It's not... I would like to see all of these stalled like this, just from the pure... Hey, you know what? We got the materials. Let's upgrade all of these. Let's just do it. And then I don't see the benefit going out of here. Like, why? Why would we do that? I can't see any reason to. But wow, look at that. That is a beautiful sight. So production should be a little bit more fluid now over here in this still facility, where things are still being produced. Should we upgrade this one? I'm just seeing that we have the resources, and I'm feeling like we might as well, even though there's no benefit to it, because the limiting factor over here is not the speed of the coal, but the amount of coal that we can move. So there's no real benefit, but boy, does it look cool. Awesome. So in all of that time, I wonder if we now have more in, well, I mean, obviously we will have more in industrial steel beams, but how many more? 23, okay. We had like 100 and some odd earlier, so they are being produced very slowly. There's a lot of factors involved with that, though. You know, if we wanted to sort of correct that, there's a lot we would have to do. It's not just about speeding these up, because these are only producing 4 per minute, but as you can see, it's not producing anything, because it's got to wait for concrete. So you would think, okay, well, we need to increase the speed at which concrete is being produced, but even then we'd have to increase the speed at which concrete is being collected, which I guess we'll go ahead and do. We're at 120 per minute right now. If we throw in one of these, that gets us up to 180. And if we throw in one more, that gets us up to 240. And then at that point, need to upgrade that, I guess. There we go. I mean, it doesn't look good, because now the conveyor belt is faster than this thing is spinning, isn't it? What's happening? Why is it stalling? Oh, of course, because that must be full. We'll need to increase the rate at which they're being removed from there, too. Let's hop back over here. I think we're using conveyor belt 2s coming out of that thing. And conveyor belt 2s... Oh my gosh, it keeps getting real laggy. Conveyor belt 2s are fine coming out of this splitter here, because, you know, it's being split off into 3 different directions. But there we go. So, should be doing a little bit better now. Would expect to see this more or less maintained. Actually, I would expect to see this decreased based on the speed at... Oh, you know what? Maybe we should upgrade these then. How many of these do I have left? Might as well do this. Eventually, I would like to see all of the conveyor belts at the top tier. You know, why not? Right. So I would expect, because these can move 480, that we would see this going like faster than there. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. It's going to have a little bit of a drop because we're not producing as many as we're extracting, and that is okay. As long as these are operating a bit more efficiently now, I would assume. Yeah, perfect. 15 per minute. And this is consuming 20 per minute. Wait, what? Is that accurate? Is that right? Oh, 45 per minute. 15 per minute. So there's no reason to upgrade these. There's no reason to speed these up. No, they're producing 15 per minute. This is consuming 20 per minute. So this does need to actually be sped up. So we'll put like one of these in here. I would actually like to get it matched up to where it's producing exactly 20 per minute, but I don't know if I can fine-tune it that well. Like, what would I need to get it down to? 130%? No. Maybe 135? 133? 134? Whatever. We'll just go 150%. We'll do that with all of these. Because we've got the... And we can go make some more power shards. We're not hurting for power shards at the moment. So there we go. So now we should be producing a little bit more concrete than these are consuming, because they're consuming 20 per minute. We're still only outputting 4 encased industrial steel beams per minute, and that is going to be limited by our steel beam production. And it looks like steel beam production is now the slowdown factor here. Why is that? What is slowing you down? What are you waiting on? I guess it's just the speed at which this produces them, 10 per minute. That's pretty slow. It doesn't look like it's hurting for steel. In fact, it looks like we're producing more steel, yeah, than we're consuming. We're staying topped out on coal and iron, so that's not a problem. So we might want to consider speeding these up with more shards. I think there's a limited number of power shards we can get, though, isn't there? Like, isn't there a limited number of slugs? We can't just find an indefinite amount of slugs, and obviously there's a ton of them out there, but I don't know, folks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Also, look at this. It's beautiful. Oh, look at this. We've maxed out the coal, everybody. Oh, it's wonderful. It's beautiful. Up, 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 I'm loving it. It's great. So now the only thing slowing us down is the speed of the machines. That's what I want to see. I'll tell you what, for the time being, just for the time being... Oh, this is out of fuel. There we go. For the time being, let's go ahead and we're going to create couple more of these bad boys using our yellow power slugs there, and we will go ahead and upgrade those 2 steel. Are they the foundries or the constructors? I can't even remember now. The 2 over here, or the 3 over here, I should say, that are going into creating industrial strength steel beams. So this one, yeah, this seems to. These are the sort of the slowdowns. This is producing now 15 per minute, and these machines over here are consuming 16 per minute. So that's close to 1-to-1. It's not quite on the money, but it's close enough for me if we upgrade all 3 of these. So we can actually maintain that output. That estimated output of 4 per minute can now actually be close to maintained. It's not going to be spot on, but it's going to be close enough. You know, we got the concrete now. It's maintaining. Steel's going to be... Yeah, that's good. So industrial steel beams. You know what we could do is we could have these conveyor belts all combine into one conveyor merger and then have them split after they get back down there. Why though? I mean, that's just an extra bit of... That's an extra splitter and an extra merger that we would need. Not a smart splitter either, a merger. We've got the materials for it. It would look more impressive, and it would take up less space than having the 3 of these conveyor belts kind of all running independently, right? That's my logic on the situation. Alright, so we've got our merger here, and we'll use conveyor belt tier 2s going into this. Why not? Perfect. And then honestly, we could just use tier 2s also coming out of the backside here, because we are starting to run out now of materials for MK4s. We could probably go with a 3. We got the materials for a 3, so we'll use a tier 3. We can upgrade it later. It is kind of irritating me, though, that it's just going to be dangling off of space over here. So let's spin the platform one more time. Look at that. Is that the beast? Is that the beast casting a shadow? What is casting that shadow? What? Where's the flying creature? That shadow I think belongs to. Is it? I hear it. Oh, there it is. Oh, that shadow's way out ahead of it. That's creepy. Okay, and then over here we will have our splitter down. And again, we'll just grab some conveyor MK2s. It doesn't matter. Lovely. And like I say, I guess we'll do conveyor MK3s between them. Why not? Where is that at? MK3, I believe it's on 5, isn't it? Yeah. Now, the argument could be made that this is an entirely ridiculous and unnecessary step, having it go all into a splitter, and then, or into a merger, and then into a splitter. But doesn't that look more satisfying, just having one conveyor belt, and then there's like a higher rate of steel going along it? I think it's better this way. It's tidier. Probably should have done the same. No, over here it would be ridiculous. This I like, though. I like this. This looks good. I guess we could have them all go into one container, because what's the likelihood this is ever going to fill up? But I like to imagine that someday it will, and I'm looking forward to that day. Now, I want to go build something that I have oftentimes sort of misunderstood and made fun of, right? I mean, we did use it for its intended purpose once, and then I was like, well, this is dumb. But I want to build another one right now. We want to go in here to... And I don't even know where it's at. Foundations, walls, production maybe. I've literally got no idea where this thing is. Logistics. It's not even under logistics. Does it exist? Is it my imagination? A lookout tower. That's what I want to build. I want to build it right here. And the reason I want to build a lookout tower is because after what feels like years of me saying we were going to do this, we finally actually done this, and I want to go to the top of my lookout tower and look out over my steel facility. Look at this. I'm trying to get a weapon that's going to obscure the least of it, and I guess that's this weapon. I wish there was a camera mode in this, where I can just have like an unobscured view of the steel factory. Look at that. There, oh my gosh, you can see so much from up here. You can see the iron facility. There's our base of operations and our sky elevator. And our overly sized, ridiculous bridge. Coal. Bet you could see, oh yeah, there it is. The, that stuff. This is what we call it. That stuff. Look at that. Look at all those. I wonder if we can get over there. I know we went over there to like that little patch of land, but I think if you keep going that way, you start to die a horrible, painful death. I think that's what happened to us when we tried to explore those particular waterfalls. It'd be cool if you could reach those mountains out there. I dig that. But we all know that those are just the world borders. They're not actually here. That mountain, I think, is real. Did we climb that mountain? We climbed a mountain somewhere. Look at that guy. Majestic. And this, the steel facility. We've got our little run over there of coal, making its way down into here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and an awful lot of concrete. But here it is, and I think that it is wonderful what we've accomplished. Pats on the back all around. Now I don't even know what to do next. I mean, I know what to do next. I've talked about doing a proper facility for creating wire and cables outside of this little one I've got here. This sort of little setup we've got is sad and needs to be deleted from history and from our memories. We need to do more with oil. We've got to start processing things like plastics and whatnot, and fuel and all of that good stuff. So that's next on the agenda too. I guess the ultimate end goal right now is this. You know, we got to send up there some modular frames, some computers, and some motors, 1,000 of each. And now that we've got steel automation, that'll be a little bit easier, but we need plastic automation too, and we need to automate the production of these items themselves, which is sort of what all of this is leading up to. Once we've automated the plastics, and once we've automated the copper and all that, we will have a single facility, maybe back over there or up there somewhere. Remember when I hid up on that cliff because I was scared of the monsters? Oh, what times. Oh, what times. We'll have a singular facility where everything is brought together, from the iron facility, the steel facility, the plastic facility, the copper facility, and it'll manufacture things like computers and motors. But there's other things we got to do too. If we take a look inside of here, I mean, we haven't done this yet. I don't even know what this is, and I don't care. So let's go to tier 6, actually. Do we want a jetpack? Yeah. I mean, it's going to require a computer, some motors, and a heavy module. Actually, it's the same thing as the next that we need for the space elevator. We need a gas mask. It'd be nice to just be able to walk over into that area right over there that's covered in... Or is it over there? Where is the poisonous gas? It's right there. It's like right there next to base. It'd be nice to go over there and brave that. A jetpack would be better. Maybe both. Maybe we should get both. A gas mask and a jetpack. That's going to require a similar amount of this nonsense. Monorail, which is one I've been looking forward to for a while. An electric locomotive. That would be awesome, and probably a better way to move things around from different facilities. Instead of using just tier 4 conveyor belts everywhere, I would like to have a locomotive. I like the idea of it. It's used to move freight cars from station to station. Sounds good to me. So we can have like a station. Maybe we can move all of our plastic from a plastic facility over to here via locomotive, and then everything from the steel facility can be moved over via locomotive, and then we have like a big train station facility where all the items are separated. Oh, that could be so cool. I would love that. That would be awesome. And then we can make some empty platforms, train platform, for when you need to create some empty space. Why? Why would I need to do that? So we got the train station. They can be set to drive to and stop at train stations. You can connect power to the train station to power up the trains on the railway, as well as transport the power to other stations. And then we have a freight platform. So as freight cars stop, they will either unload or load their goods, depending on what you've set it to. The freight platform snaps to railways, each other, and train stations. So we need these two. I don't know what the empty platforms are for. And then we'll need a freight car, like lots of freight cars. I guess one for every type of good, potentially. It's used to freight large quantities of resources from one place to another. Resources are loaded and unloaded at freight platforms. So we'd need like 3 of these at the steel facility. One for the standard steel beams, one for the encased, and one for the steel pipes. And then we'd need 3 to unload them as well at the combination facility. And then we need probably 3 over at the iron facility. What's being produced at the iron facility? Nails, whatever, the reinforced iron plate, regular iron plate, and iron ingots don't need to be produced anymore. What am I doing with regular iron ingots? I'm not doing anything with them. Iron rods. Those are the 4 things that should be produced. Maybe that should be... I mean, here's the thing. This facility is running, so I don't really want to hassle with it. But if I was going to do anything with it, I would probably simplify it a bit, because as of right now, it's doing some unnecessary things. We don't need regular iron being sent back to us. Where's the facility that does that? Which one of these is sending just the iron right up there? Is it this one here? So this one is just sending iron all the way back to the base, and we don't need that. We could be using that for the production of rods. So there's 3 or 4 miners over here. I can't even remember. I think there's 3. Thought there was a 4th one, though. Maybe that's my imagination. Slightly offset from the others. I guess it's just these 3. 2 of them need to be producing rods. 1 of them needs to be producing plates. And then we need to have something to combine the 2 into the advanced plates. Should we produce maybe just 1 producing rods, and then that can be split into like rods, and look at all this mess. Remember all this? This all needs to... We got one of these that's not even being utilized. This one's not even doing anything because it was being used for steel, and now it's not being used for jack. Ugh. There's a lot of logistics that needs to be done over here. I think what I would like to do is empty my inventory, break literally everything, and then start from scratch. Maybe we'll do that next time. I'm not sure. We got to figure out what we want to progress with next. I don't know. We might just have an episode where I sit down and manually construct the things necessary. I don't know. Maybe we need to get all the automated facilities done first, then focus on locomotions. So we need to work on plastic, we need to work on copper, we need to work on iron, we need to work on those random skips that we keep getting. We'll work on all of that later. This has been a bit of a short episode. I just kind of wanted to focus on refining some of the things at the steel facility. I feel awful. I'm going to go take a nap. Oh, you know what? Let's actually check in with Ada. I think that's the same name. Oh, it's Ma'am. Okay, M-A-M. Ada is the name of the one in live streams I've been doing in that game. The Outer Worlds. Yeah. What can we research? Is there anything we can research? We can research a hard drive if I had one, but I don't have one, so I can't research it. Can't research a supercomputer because I don't have one of those either. Or a crystal oscillator for that matter. What goes into a crystal oscillator? Did we ever automate the production or the collection of crystal? We did. We just never automated the process of having it brought back over here. Why didn't we ever do that? Crystal oscillator. What goes into one of those? Let's see. The crystal quartz, silica. Do you make one over here, I guess, potentially? Crystal oscillator. Crystal oscillator. Why do I not see it? Is it right in front of me? Am I blind? Wouldn't be surprising. Blade runners. I have those, don't I? Do I have those on my person? How do I check? What button is that? Yeah. Yeah, we got those. Crystal oscillator. Yeah, quartz crystal is the missing component. Do we have any of that with us? I feel like we probably should have some lying around here someplace. But we don't. We just got... Oh, well, struck me sideways. Yeah, we do. We got like a lot of quartz crystal. Swap it. Swap it for that, I guess. And swap that for whatever that is. What even is that? I don't even know. Wood. What are we doing with the wood? Got a bunch of random nonsense being stored. How many of these did we need to research? How many did you want? Tell me again. You want 10 of them? We can make that happen. Look at this. We're going to do a productive thing. Oh, but we're all out of cables. Can we be productive? Can we get rid of some of this stuff? Yeah. Okay, there's like a speckle over 100 of those. Quartz crystals we can manufacture. Yeah, we got this one in the bag. I might actually need to go grab some more quartz crystal. I mean, we've got so much of it in that storage container over there. It's not like we're going to run out. You know, it's just a bit of a hassle that I have to run over here and then grab it and then run back. When I thought, and maybe this is just me being young and naive like Queen Amidala, I thought that we were going to be able to wrap that up while I was standing there. That's the reason I started talking about it. I was like, yeah, here we go. Come on, Vamonos. Everybody, let's go. Not enough space in inventory. I don't know. Get rid of that. Does that destroy those? I don't even care. We're not hurting for iron rods. Who cares, right? Let's see if they're on the ground somewhere. Oh, yeah, like right in front of me. Should I have picked them up? Yeah, it looks like we're good now. It looks like we got plenty of space. Once we run out of these, we should have enough space in our inventory. There we go. We got that one slot left over to create the 10 of these. 7? What am I low on? Let's just start producing and find out. Oh, I bet I'm low on cables, aren't I? Okay. Let's make 5 of them, and then we'll make some more cables. All right. Well, that was quite the involved process, and I'm still not sure what we're doing with these. Oh, thanks for that hot tip. Yeah, fresh air. Yeah, sure. Go. That'll take some time. I don't know why we're investigating it. I don't know what we're going to learn from this. Hopefully something interesting. Good gosh. Alrighty, well, folks, thank y'all for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!